So I have a little bit of time. My mama just took Omar for a very short walkie. I had to end the other video because I didn't know if my mom was going to say anything that you might be able to hear, because this camera's very sensitive, and it was her friend whose husband passed away recently. I told you about it. That was just cool. My order came, like I told you. I got my hemp seed again. I'm excited. See? I got this for like $40. Much cheaper than in the store. This is my organic hemp seed nativa. Hemp banana shake. 2 tablespoons nativa hemp seed. 2 tablespoons nativa hemp protein. Joe tried hemp protein and he absolutely hated it. I found a big thing of it because I cleaned out I'm into that. Even with him, I cleaned out his fridge and his cabinet. I found stuff that he either let me have or we threw away or this, that, or whatever. He wasn't using it anymore, and you know, we made more room in his fridge. But anyway, he didn't like hemp protein at all. I started using it. He didn't like it, but anyway, that's just telling you. But he loves hemp seed. He put it on everything. Put it on salad, put it in yogurt, put it in soups. But this is pretty simple. Hemp banana shake, 2 tablespoons of nativa hemp seed, 2 tablespoons of nativa hemp protein, 1 banana, a dash of vanilla, 1 cup of water, almond milk. I mean, I do much more advanced shakes than that. Vegan, non-GMO. Quick tip, add hemp seed to smoothies, cereal, omelets, yogurt, soups, salads, and veggies. Consider light pan toasting the seeds, but not above 325 degrees Fahrenheit to conserve the EFAs. Storage, refrigerate after opening, used within 12 weeks. Oh, it'll definitely be used within 12 weeks, but we keep it in the freezer anyway. Joe taught me that, so that has it even less longer. I don't think I would eat this plain. Our organic shelled hemp seed contains 33% protein by weight, along with omega-3s and minerals, with a delicious nutty flavor that's similar to pine nuts. It's perfect for salad, smoothies, sprinkled on your favorite foods, or even enjoyed straight out of the bag. 3 tablespoons has 10 grams of protein. This is a superfood. It's very, very good for you. Very good for you. New look, same product. Yeah, they changed the look of the bag. That's all. It's still the same thing. They didn't have it for a while. They didn't have it last time I wanted it. So I got this. I got 2 things of this. And I'm trying this, because they didn't have my one that I got last time. Nature's Gate Vegan Conditioner, Shine Enhancing Non-GMO Henna and Avocado. I didn't get shampoo. I have a bunch of shampoos anyway, but I don't have a bunch of conditioners. So. And Stop and Shop had this huge sale on my Avalon Organics. I stocked up, you know. Put a Band-Aid on this. I poured alcohol over it, rubbing alcohol. I put a Band-Aid because I figure a Band-Aid there will stop me from picking at it. You know, the old out of sight, out of mind. I see them, I want to pick at them. I've been doing that since I was young. And becoming an adult hasn't changed me, unfortunately, when it comes to picking at my scabs, so hurt myself just a little bit on the door. Okay, so put a Band-Aid. Yeah, I put a glove over my hand too. I created a couple of short videos talking about how I was gonna do that laundry room and whatnot, but one of the videos I have to trim because I didn't realize it was showing something on the dining room table that had an address on it, you know. I have to be so careful with shit like that. Seriously. I took Omar to that holistic vet I was telling you guys that I was going to take him to. It just took a long time to get an appointment. I had to wait a very long time. He gave instructions what he wants me to start giving Omar. I used to give Omar canned pumpkin. He wants Omar to have a little bit each day of he says, because I'm trying to figure out the ears, you know, to not have to, Omar gets chronic ear infections and whatnot, and I need to, of course, start putting the stuff, the air flush in, you know. I got it when I was living at Bobby's, and I never used it, and the vet's like, well, yeah, obviously, I wasn't using it religiously once or twice a week like I was supposed to. It's like, yeah, it's not going to work unless you use it, you know. I mean, I know. I told him I would give him, when we make sweet potato, we give Omar sweet potato. He has whatever vegetables we have. He has squash, sweet potato, cucumber. He's like, oh, that's really good. Broccoli, we make them. And he's like, you know, that's really good. Give him vegetables. I want you to give him water. He wants him to have fruit that has bromelain in it. I'm like mango, pineapple, or peaches. I'm like, I don't eat any of that stuff, you know. I don't. But he only wants him, he wants him to have sardines. But only like a tiny bit, you know. He wrote down exactly what he wanted him to have, like just like a teaspoon of something, or he wants him to have like a teaspoon of sardines a day. You know, just a tiny little bit, like nothing. And he wants him to have fruit, but a small amount, like say mango, just a tablespoon of mango, just a little bit, you know. He says he should be a little bit thinner. I'm like, yeah, I know. He should be. Omar should be a little bit thinner than he is. Last time he was like 20. He should be like 19 pounds. And, you know, just cut back slightly on his scraps. And, that's about it. He didn't do a whatever you call it, take a culture test of the ears. He didn't think they, I mean, he smelled them and whatnot. He looked at his teeth. He said, he's going to need another teeth cleaning at some point. I told him, yeah, he had a teeth cleaning a couple of years ago, and I was terrified. And didn't like having going on anesthesia and whatnot. It cost me like $500 almost. And I did the pre-thing to make sure he was okay to go under anesthesia, and it cost more because he had to have teeth removed, you know. He'd never had any dental work. Oh, he says the best thing for dogs to get rid of the tartar on their teeth, Omar doesn't do that either, is to chew on stuff. And I said, well, what do you recommend is the best thing? He said rawhide bone. So that'll be my next project, go to a pet store and get Omar a rawhide bone. Last time Dog Woman had given him like a pig's ear thing or something, and this was before I went to visit Joe for the 3+ months, and I wanted to know what happened to it, and my mom was like, he lost it. I teased my mom. I teased my mom. I'm like, no, you lost it. I didn't lose it. He lost it. Yeah, but you're responsible for it. No, I found it in the couch, and then we threw it away. It was all, I don't know. There are lots of people who believe animals, dogs, there's nothing wrong with them having not cooked bones, but raw, any kind of regular bone raw. And that's fantastic for their teeth to chew on something like that. They say there's no danger of anything having them have raw bones. Even raw chicken bones. But people are scared to give their dogs any kind of bones, and you never give them cooked bones, of course. So yes, I'm almost definitely sometime. Obviously won't tell you when. Won't even give you a hint as to when. Probably won't even tell any of my email friends when. I'm just not going to say when, period. I'm just going to do it. Finally have closure. now that I know what I'm in for. Last time I didn't know what I was in for. Plus, it was right in the middle of my mom's going against Auntie and all that crap, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I was just, and Auntie finding out about my YouTube, and it was just not good. But now I'm in. I know exactly what I'm in for. I already researched. When I was there, I researched at the library how to on how much it would cost me to mail it, versus, what would be the cheapest way, the post office, FedEx, UPS, etc., etc., to mail my boxes of stuff, and I'll be more prepared this time. Plus, like I said, I think this might, I will not say for sure, I think this might be going away. And again, that's my mom's doing. If maybe her lawyer had influence. I don't know if she had said at that last hearing, I know somebody good, whatnot. I don't know. I don't know anything anymore. I'm so upset with her. With the lawyer, not with my mom, with the lawyer. I can't even blame my mom that she gave in. She doesn't that night. It's just, it put me in a really bad spot. I was so upset, and I had to, the last minute, I had to figure out how I was going to make myself scarce for the day, and I was so upset, and my mom knew I was upset, and it's just not right. I can't stand to see her allow herself to be walked over in even ways that nobody would agree. Nobody would agree that lawyer had any right to do that. It's just not even, to me, it's not even, I can't even believe it happened. You make an appointment that important for my mother and you don't ask her ahead of time. Now that I listened to that message, that the lawyer apparently left the message and then didn't hear from my mom and probably thought, oh my God, I've set up this appointment for my client and she hasn't called me back to confirm that she's even going to be home or anything. Well, now, according to that message, that was the only time they could do it, and that's why she set up the appointment for that day. Get it? But that's not true. It's not the only time, because that's just not rational that it's the only time. It just means they couldn't do it that following week, and the lawyer didn't want to postpone it any longer. So instead, she's going to fuck me over, muck my mom over, fuck me over, It's just not right. I don't think anybody would think that was right. My therapist doesn't think it's right, to the point where she's like, what are you going to do about it? I'm like, I don't know. She's like, well, I thought you were going to report her or something. Like, she's like, Laura, obviously not talking about it is not doing you any good. You need to take some action. I know. Will she feel the same if she knows it's going to turn out right? I don't know. Again, even just because something turns out right instead of turns out wrong, when it could have very, very easily gone wrong and drastically wrong, it doesn't mean the person who shouldn't be held accountable, That's how I feel. Tons of stuff almost happens, and you're still responsible. People almost get into car accidents because they're answering the phone and talking on the phone. They almost do this or that, and you're still responsible, even if you ultimately, didn't cause harm. You could have caused harm. What this lawyer did to my mom and to me Wednesday evening could have caused harm. My mom wasn't prepared. She was all agitated. I was justifiably upset, disappointed in her that she didn't stand her ground, pissed off as to no end at Auntie, because Auntie could have nipped that in the bud immediately, It just wasn't fair all around. It just wasn't. And but I won't be going anywhere until this is resolved one way or the other. as in I know where we stand. Doesn't mean I'm going to wait until after the trial. Maybe there won't be a trial. I don't know. I don't trust anything until it happens. When it happens, I'll tell you, okay, it's finally over. And I'll probably title the video, Where Do I Go From Here? I'm so like...